You ready?
Hold on, I have to beautify my hair. I had a hat on all day, now it's all weird.
It's really late at night and I put on a full face of makeup to film this video.
I threw a shirt on. That's fair.
Progress for 2020.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Inside joke. All right.
Do an inside joke for the public.
All 45 of you.
Look, Daddy, teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
Compose.
Okay. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather.
What is it, like baby bumper bumper? What is it? I don't know any of them. I've seen movies, you know.
All right. Okay.
Oh, you don't know that one.
I don't know.
Oh.
You have to be serious. Okay. All right. This is supposed to be serious and endearing, and we're gonna look back at this in years to come of the year 2020.
I am not being serious about the year 2020.
Okay.
At all.
So what I really want to ask you, though, seriously though.
Yeah.
What?
I gotta relax my head.
Not stop. I'm trying to. It's like I'm sitting here in Chipper Gaines trying to show
I
how
take that as a
he's
compliment.
playing with cockroaches or something in the corner. Okay. Okay.
You the man, Chip.
Because they're really gonna watch this vlog.
Peace, like, to my homies, like, they don't know, they're dead. Same thing with Chipper Gaines, you know, it's like, to Chipper Gaines.
Okay.
All right.
To Chipper Gaines. All right.
Bye.
Okay. So I want to talk to you about 2020.
Let's talk.
And the year. And like
The whole
we're
year.
I wanted this to be serious. I had
Look,
this whole
my forehead's big. I feel like I got a Pete Campbell forehead right now.
Tell me you don't pity me.
Now, what is
from
that?
Mad Men.
Is this what has happened from 2020? Did my melon grow?
I can't.
It did.
I can't see myself. I can't.
Woo-wee. I'm late 30s now. All right, girl. You've already had the best of me. Here we go. 2020. What's your questions?
Okay.
Really,
The kids are knocking at the door. We're trying.
them out right now.
We're trying to vlog here. Hold on, kids. Always with their demands and their needs. All 2020.
Baby, we're children of summer. We're meant to be free. Hearted, we're not like the others. No reason to be.
Okay, so I initially had this idea that we would recap the year and look at like old photos and video clips of what we did in 2020. And just so we can like look at it like a time capsule, if you will.
I got you.
Years from now. So I want to know, what was your takeaway from this year?
The whole takeaway from the whole year of 2020?
Yes, you have to have
Oh my
something.
goodness.
Do you have like a little morsel you can give us? A little diamond?
Wow. I don't know if I have a morsel or a diamond, but like
Do you want me to go first?
one. Let me start with
Oh,
something.
you've got something.
When you say this is science, make sure you're referring to an actual science. Don't use it synonymous with the idea of fact. It's annoying. The other thing is, when you say this is science, don't then ignore science some other time because it interferes with what you want to do that day. Either you're trying to follow the science or you're not. But don't do it interchangeably, please. That's my morsel. That's it. That's all I got.
That's your takeaway from 2020?
Oh my gosh. Takeaway? Are you kidding me? I haven't even like processed
You haven't
2020
digested this yet?
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
So
well-
many things.
Well, my
So many
takeaway.
things.
My takeaway.
So many things.
My
So
takeaway
many.
is that, okay, everybody always is like, 2020, I can't wait for 2021, and this is the worst year ever, and it started off like this, and blah, 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 and all this stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, it wasn't the greatest of years, as far as years go. But I feel like we can stop in our tracks and really think about the blessings that we still had in the year. Instead of just talking and focusing on the negative constantly. I think that there were a lot of blessings in this year too. It was a weird year. It was a weird presidential election. It was a weird year leading up to a presidential election. There was a weird virus. There was like a lot of weird, crazy hatred going on.
Social injustice happening.
Social injustice.
And then it's, you know what? I like
friends and family turning against each other. But you know what? At the end of the day, I found out who my real friends were in 2020. I found out who our real family is in 2020. And I found out just this, it's nothing I didn't already know, but I feel like my faith in God and Jesus just grew so much more in 2020.
I do like your approach of like, what's the good that came from it? Because I feel like that's getting overlooked. I totally agree with you, and I like that you went to that context, because you're right. There was all these things that came to fruition, like the social injustices that we start seeing, or I don't know, it's like we've seen them, but somehow it was like polarized and almost in the best of ways, in the sense that I think there was a lot more uniformity in recognizing it and seeing it and thinking we need to change some things in our society. But then there's also like, but how do you change it? And we've seen both ends of that too. Like, clearly we don't think you should be out rioting and doing things that are straight illegal. That doesn't get your message across. And then we also saw like when people did peaceful protests and things like that. And I think that was a wonderful demonstration of trying to actually get a message out there. So I feel like we got to see like the bad way of doing something and the good way of doing something. When you want to protect your family from a virus, I think it's good that you take those precautions and you do what's right. When you want to protect the community, you do what's right. So we got to see like the goods and the bads. And so even
when you want to know your freedoms and your rights and your amendments, you learn
you need to know that. Now's a good time to know that.
You need to know your freedoms. And so I think it was a really good history lesson year for me and for my family. And there's that. There's a lot of that to take away. There's a lot of truthfulness, being truthful, being deceitful.
I do think, this year, if anything, it squeezed us like a sponge, and it squeezed our society to try to be more honest, because I think we've been very much deceived, and we're very much deceiving ourselves and others too. And this made it polarized. It's like this year did shine light on things, and it got people to actually think about things that they might not have thought about before. You know, and that part I actually think is a really good thing. I don't think we fully have it's all the way come to fruition yet. I think it's still unraveling, right? And I think ultimately I do believe we'll be in a better place. But, I know a lot of people are scared we won't be.
But totally not trying to be political is actually when I was not trying to go with this at all. I was trying to just mean more amongst in our own life, so our own family. I feel like I learned so much more about my kids. I'm a stay-at-home mom always, so I feel like I really kind of know them pretty well. But I feel like I even got to know them more when everything was stripped away from us here in Southern California.
I've been home, like
you've been home,
so like
a lot.
that element to everything.
It's been a whole different like way of life and of homeschooling and. Seeing family, and it's been different, but you know, we don't have our usual. We had to slow down our busyness of soccer, and he coaches soccer, and just life and our homeschool group and all that kind of stuff was kind of put to a halt. And I feel like we ended up doing more like Little House on the Prairie, like one room schoolhouse kind of thing. But at the end of the day, like, I don't know, it's just interesting to see that when you put your faith in God, and when you just rest upon Him, some of the biggest blessings came out of this year. We moved, not far, but we moved. We took an awesome trip to Texas, and we started realizing, like, what would life be like as Texans? Could we be Texans?
And we had like a full vacation with the family doing that. I don't know that we've ever done.
Not with them older. And so anyway, it's just been an interesting year. Rich had a really good business year. And just when you take everything spiritually, mentally, physically, just all these different aspects, and you just kind of put it into this little package of your own little like area of 2020.
Yeah.
I would say that it was a different. I mean, we learned how to cook a lot more at home.
We learned, I learned more about your like inner workings of the home and like what that's like, because I'm here, and learned to appreciate that like way more. And then also it helped me realize like where can I get more involved in that too, like how can I help out, which I've tried to be better. I don't know if I'm that much better about it, but
it's been a learning
I think I've taken it for granted. right? And so
Yeah.
this helped me stop taking it for granted. And that happened early on.
The boys learned a lot about it happened to be a U.S. history year in our cycles in school. And so they learned just a lot about how all that works and just a lot of our real hardcore facts of American history, and that it's good. And there's a lot of good, even in the bad. There's a lot of good that came from some of the bad. And it's just been an interesting year, and I would not say it's been the worst year. I mean, we have friends that people have lost friends and family, and that's hard. But at the same time, it's definitely been a year of growth.
That's a really good.
Okay, my arm is on fire. My arm is on fire. My arm is on fire.
That's
I'm holding it.
pre-2020.
Okay, what were you gonna say? You were saying how smart I was, and I said it's a year of growth.
Yeah, a year of growth. Yeah, I think that's the morsel. That's the takeaway. Is it was a year of growth, and if you weren't growing, man, and then you were dying. Like this was one of those years where you either take it
Sink
in
or swim.
stride and learn and develop and get better, or you're drowning.
Or you're drowning.
And I get it if you're if there's people out there and they're like, I feel like I'm drowning. I understand it. Like, I do get it. It's been rough for sure.
It has been. But at the end of it all, we love you guys, and we just kind of wanted to talk about 2020 and just remember some of it. And so we'll put in some video clips of us with the kids and just some different photos of some of our favorite memories this year. And some of them were just at home playing board games and doing puzzles and stuff like that, making chocolate chip cookies. If you could pick a word that you are hopeful for 2021, what would it be?
Dang.
Just to wrap it up.
A word that I'm hopeful for.
Like Karen from Two Orchids, her word was joy for this past year. So what would be your, do you want me to tell you mine?
Yeah, go ahead, tell me yours.
My word for this next year is contentment.
I like that.
To find contentment in the little things, in the big things, just in life, in everything.
I'm trying to think of the way I want to say this or what word it would be, but like true understanding. That would be my word for 2021, true understanding. I want to just say understanding because I think people think we all have some understanding, but I mean like real understanding of each other, of our situation, of everything. Like a deeper understanding. Yeah.
A deeper understanding. Yeah.
Sorry,
So-
I can't make it one word.
No, I
What's a
appreciate it.
deeper understanding?
I don't know a word for that.
Insightfulness? I don't know.
I don't know.
I couldn't think of one. Sorry.
So that's gonna be it for us for 2020, you guys. We're ready for 2021. It's not New Year's Eve yet. Tomorrow will be New Year's Eve when you guys see this. It's the day before. But we say a prayer for all of you. We love you all. We send you our blessing and our love, God's blessing. And here is to 2021. May it be great. May it be exciting. May it be hopeful. May it be new. And may you find the beauty and the contentment and the understanding.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
All right. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Should old acquaintance be forgot?
The brain tumor, but there's no brain tumor there. Thank you, Jesus. And it's basically your brain and everything in your body reacts as if it had one. So I have intense headaches, swelling, my optic nerve gets really swollen, and I started to lose my eyesight.
Lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk.
Rich had his knee surgery. If you guys don't know, he had his ACL replaced because he tore his ACL in soccer early September, and so he had it replaced.
Here's my trusty friend, and just a hand of thine. We'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear. For old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne.
you.